Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
A Sioux Falls man is behind bars after a pursuit that started in Lincoln County. The Lincoln County Sheriff's Office says deputies got involved with the pursuit at 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Undercover Minnehaha County deputies found the suspect near the Harrisburg exit.
Multiple agencies pursued him. It ended when the suspect drove off the I-229 off-ramp, through a fence, and got stuck. Officials say he was wanted in a Tuesday night pursuit where he rammed a Minnehaha County deputy. 50-year-old Russell Boyle is facing multiple charges, including aggravated assault on law enforcement, intentional damage to property, and possession of a controlled substance. A Tabor, South Dakota man is facing a felony drug charge after his mother unknowingly served his marijuana-laced brownies to a group of seniors. The investigation started after Bonham County dispatchers received several calls about possible poisonings. All the calls involved people had been at a card game earlier that night.
The brownies were tracked back to Michael Karanda. In court papers, Karanda told authorities he had recently brought THC butter back from Colorado and used it in the brownies, and that his mother didn't know that. With a round of winter weather on its way to KELOLAND, law enforcement is once again asking drivers to slow down. Murdo Police posted this video to its Facebook page. This happened last month while police were on the scene of another crash.
You can see the officer and tow truck drivers scramble out of the way as the SUV slides between them and hits the patrol car. Along with slowing down, officials also say to move over when you come up on a car on the side of the road and to wear your seat belt. And that's a good reminder before the snow starts falling, Scott.
Yeah, let's continue to watch our snow chances as we do go through the day going into tomorrow. Starting tonight, northeastern South Dakota, where we already have some winter weather advisories, winter storm warnings, and winter storm watches that do cover northeastern South Dakota. Notice how that moves to the southeast with that warning continuing into southwestern Minnesota and northwestern Iowa. And that's where we think we'll have some of the higher end totals here. You know, on average, cannot rule out 8 to 12 inches in the Minnesota to northwestern Iowa, 4 to 8 along Interstate 29. But in the meantime, today, snowfall free. Temperatures in the 30s, 40s, and 50s for afternoon highs. Brian will have more details on your forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. 10-year-old Calway is being called a hero after he sprung into action Sunday evening after his house quickly caught on fire.
He was able to make sure his sister and one of the family dogs were safe, using the information about fire safety he had learned in school.
Almost every year, the firefighters go to school to teach us about fire and stuff, what to do. Mainly always have an escape route, a destination to go to. If you see smoke, get down.
His destination was the family's car in Coleman. The future of fireworks at Mount Rushmore is now in the hands of an appeals court. At a hearing on Wednesday, attorneys of Governor Kristi Noem said that permit being denied made no sense since a permit for the 2020 fireworks show had been approved.
Noem's attorney also added that the National Park Service did not give adequate reason to deny the permit. This led one of the judges to say the case was moot.
Now, when an agency changes its position, it always needs to acknowledge the change and offer good reasons for the new policy, and we don't think NPS even meets that standard.
The judges also inquired about the approval or denial process and deadline requirements from the federal representative. The Cheyenne River Sioux Tribe attorney also remarked on permit policies. We have an update to a story we brought you last week. The annual pad party is shifting to a drop-off only event due to rising COVID-19 cases. You can drop off menstrual and incontinence products through Sunday. Some of the locations include Elegant Mommy, Fit My Feet, and Rayfield's Art.
Minor Brewing Company and Prairie Berry Winery will be open on January 17th, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, for the final drop-offs. We've included all of the participating locations right here on KELOLAND.com.
And that's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, one last look at weather. We do have several bulletins here for winter storm watches, winter storm warnings. Basically, we're talking diagonally from the Aberdeen area all the way to Sioux Falls and points east. That's kind of the brunt of it. Once you get west toward the James Valley, there still are some things to consider. The amount of snow is a lot lighter, probably worthy of advisories, but there also may be kind of a wintry mix in here tomorrow, so stay up on that. Just looking at snow totals right now, the heaviest corridor, I'll stand out of the way, you can see Sioux Falls there, 4 to 8. I think things really shift into high gear once we get over toward Laverne and Worthington. 8, 9, 10-inch numbers should be fairly common. Even Marshall, Minnesota gets involved with that. And again, folks, West River, you really don't show up here as far as a lot of snow, but the wind will be a lot stronger in those locations. We do have a high wind watch in effect for Rapid City, 30 to 65 mile-an-hour wind tomorrow. So we do have a lot of these classic features of an Alberta clipper. First thing today, the clouds are increasing after a relatively mild afternoon. We're still above the averages. Here comes that snow, 11 o'clock tonight for Aberdeen. A little bit of pink in there from Mobridge to Miller. That would be our zone to watch, maybe 5/100ths of freezing rain. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but it doesn't take a lot either to put a little deposit of ice on some of the trees or at least the ground surfaces. So just kind of take note of that. I think right now Sioux Falls will stay all snow, and we're going to see that snow rate pretty steady through the day tomorrow. Not a lot of wind most of the day, but by tomorrow night, Sioux Falls will pick up a 20 to 30 mile-an-hour wind. It will be enough to create at least a moderate amount of blowing and drifting snow. I don't think that's the main headline here, but there will be some of that, so make sure you pay attention there. High today, Sioux Falls area 38, Rapid City 51. We'll quickly go down your 7-day forecast. It will be chilly on Saturday behind the system, 16 for a high. 32 on Sunday, and then back into the 20s by Monday. There is a secondary front coming in Sunday afternoon. That'll pick up our wind as well, so we'll be watching that. Aberdeen, a good bit of snow tomorrow. Again, right now 2 to 4, but just a slight change on the track can adjust those numbers a little bit, so you're right on that borderline in Aberdeen. I think Pierre, though, will be less than an inch or two, just some light snows. But windy, 20 to 45 mile-an-hour wind tomorrow, and then it cools down Saturday, but a quick shot back up close to 40 on Sunday as that milder air comes back at us. And even Rapid City should be in the 40s early next week. There is a stronger push of Arctic air gathering next week. We'll save that story for another day. Find out more coverage online at KELOLAND.com.